Hi, this is Gia Marone, President of Women Grow, and welcome to our Women in Cannabis Holiday Showcase. We're so excited to have you support and learn about all of these women-owned and women-led businesses. We want to remind you to shop small, shop women-owned, and shop diverse. We want you to keep that same energy this holiday season and beyond. We're so excited to have you meet many of these women owners, not only from my city, New York, but from across the country. Thank you so much for supporting. We ask you to keep supporting, keep showing these women love. And as Women Grow, our mission is to connect, educate, empower, and inspire that next generation of cannabis leaders. So continue to stay tuned to all of our holiday showcases. Thank you.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody. I am Tanya Osborne of Women Grow. And Jess, please say hello.
Hey, I'm Jess from Etain, and I'm our Director of Marketing. Really excited to be here today.
So today is a really great show. I'm excited to have everyone with us. Basically, what we're doing today is, Etain is one of our dear friends, and we consider family. And they are the only New York State women-owned dispensary. And we've literally had a relationship since I think you guys, as long as I've been a part of Women Grow, I've known of Etain. So there's definitely been a long time relationship. And now you are literally branching out to multiple states. We're so excited. We're going to talk about that in a second. So we wanted to do something because you are now showcasing all these women-led brands, and Women Grow that's been what we do forever, is to showcase women-led brands, see who's out here in the marketplace, so that we as women, we know we shop and we patron people that we know and love. That's just how we do. So with this community, and this community being as tight fit or close knit, whatever you want to call it, as we are, it made sense for us to do this. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to meet our cannapreneurs shortly, but I wanted you to kind of just, share a little bit about Etain and the background, how you guys came to be, so on and so forth.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you again. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for people that are tuning in. Like I said, I'm the Director of Marketing for Etain, and I am very, very lucky and humbled to work for the only women-owned, family-owned medical marijuana company in New York State. So we have 4 stores in New York, with our flagship in New York City in Midtown. And when we reopened it right in the middle of the pandemic in August of 2020, one of the things we were really excited about was that we had shelf space for non-THC products and health and wellness products that we could really bring in different brands, specifically women-owned and diverse brands, and really give them a shelf space, in a physical retail presence, and give people that opportunity that might not have it. And our owners, Hillary and Keely and Amy, are amazing women and have really empowered myself and Kelly on our team to find these brands and bring them in and showcase them and, do everything we can to really push them alongside the Etain brand. And this is our first batch that we've brought in, and our customers have been so excited for it so far. And we're excited to really just keep this going, continue to bring in new brands as we grow, and just make, our stores really a destination that, you can shop small and buy weed from women, but also be buying all kinds of other health and wellness brands that are from women, and you're supporting these small businesses.
I love it. I love it. We actually have a little clip of the actual store, post the rebrand, which literally is gorgeous. So I want to share the walkthrough video so people can see what the store looks like, so they make sure that they go down there, right?
Thanks. Yeah.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
Lucky I get to spend a lot of time there. We
Oh,
it's really I do. I happen to live across the street. I was there first, but it is the most amazing coincidence ever. And it's a really amazing space. It really is an oasis in Midtown Manhattan. And the whole
I love that green wall in the back.
yeah,
That's
and that's
gorgeous.
a living green wall. We've got people that come and take care of it. And it was designed by an Irish woman who her name's Clodagh, and she really is all about that health and wellness. She designs a lot of hotels and spa spaces, and you
Oh,
can
wow.
really feel that when you're in there. And for us, it's about that concierge medicine. People are coming to us to find that pain relief, and we want to give them that relaxing place to do that.
So I think I heard when you were chatting, like prior to adult use legalization, obviously New York State was only medical. And now that we are an adult use state, even though we don't have the implementation, I know because I have friends that work in other ROs that like people are coming
Oh my God.
looking for product. And they're
All
like,
day, every day. New Yorkers, out of state, out of country, everyone. So, this was another reason why we wanted to bring in these brands, because people are coming to us again, a lot of it for pain relief, can't sleep, etc. So we brought in these brands to really help with those different things, to still be able to provide them with CBD products that are, the best of the best brands that you can get, be it that they want to try it in a gummy, they want to try it in a honey, whatever it might be. We're giving them that variety.
I
And
love
it's
it.
really crazy to see the reaction from our patients and people just coming in, being curious. Because I think most people don't know you don't have to have a medical card to come in the store. It's open to any customer that wants to come in and purchase those other products and see the space.
I love it. I am a big proponent of medical cannabis. That's what got me to this space. So I love that. This basically helps expand. I think any medical program is having the option to have additional products that you can purchase without a medical card, because then it kind of entices you to, if that's not working for you, maybe I should
Right.
become a medical patient.
Yeah,
So
that's,
tell me,
our staff is super helpful. They'll explain how to get in the program.
oh,
They'll
I love
explain.
Sang. Sang is my favorite person.
Oh my gosh, we love Sang too. She's our lead pharmacist in New York. So she'll, I'm sure, be on one of these at some point as well. So
Oh, if I have anything to do with it, absolutely. She's already spoken a lot for us, so I love Sang. She's amazing, and she's an incredible professional to talk to you about cannabis. So I love that. So let's talk about the implementation of this. We want to carry more brands, more women-led brands on our shelves. I know you said you had the space for it, but there's a lot of folks that are not doing that. So how did that come about for you?
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm very lucky to work for the women in the Peckham family, and they just said, go for it. So, I kind of was curating it based on all different things. Potli was a brand that I, knew someone that had recommended them to me. Infused Beauty was a brand that I met at the Luxury and Cannabis Conference. Tribe Tokes, of course. I mean, if you don't know Kym B, you better get on the internet right now. And also House of Puff, met them at the Stone Age. We were right next to each other, and it's all just kind of, out and about and in the community. And it's just been, great, the response we've had from everyone that we've wanted to bring in, and they were like, yes, let's do this. So, and to get the support, of course, from the Etain, the retail team, who's really excited to sell these all to people and tell them about them. And then, of course, again, from, Amy and Hillary, who are like, yes, let's do this. So
I love it. I love it. So I want to introduce everyone. So basically, we're going to do like a little round robin of sorts. So we're going to start with Felicity of Potli, and then we're going to do a round robin. Then we're going to come back and have a little chat. And if you have any questions out there, feel free to drop them in the chat. We'd love to have you. So we're going to get started with Potli.
Well, thanks y'all for that incredible intro. Thank you so much from Jess for Jess of Etain for bringing us all together. And then, of course, Women Grow for creating this platform for us to be live. My name is Felicity. I'm the founder and CEO of Potli. We are a brand based out of California. I'm in our San Francisco warehouse where we manufacture all of our products and source our ingredients from, just a couple miles around us. We are based in San Francisco. We source all of our materials from the Bay Area because that's where I'm born and raised. And Potli is a product that makes lifestyle food ingredients, food first and forward products that help you feel better and help you hack your health through plant-based medicine. We're certainly best known for our honey. This was our first ever product that has the honeycomb still inside of it. And we have released our extra strength honey, which is a CBD based honey. And then, of course, our bestseller, which is our dream honey. These are all harvested from my parents' backyard. And so hyperlocal honey is really great for your allergies. My mother has asthma, and her allergies is what's really setting off her asthma. And that's how we started the company, was creating products for people like my mother, who's super conservative, an immigrant, and would never have tried cannabis in the first place, to help soothe her ailments. And so we create products for people like her, and would love to pass it down to Infused for her intro.
Thank you, Felicity, for that intro. And thank you so much, Jess and Women Grow, for having me here. I am Briggitta Hardin, and I am the co-founder of Infused Beauty. Infused Beauty is a CBD beauty and wellness brand that was created with melanin skin in mind. We was created out of the need for diversity and inclusion in the CBD beauty space. When I first started my journey back in 2018, I noticed that there wasn't many brands in the industry that catered to, marketed, or included women of color, specifically Black women. So I wanted to go back and find a brand and create a brand that included Black women and spoke to the needs of our skin. So we create, I formulate all of our skincare products. So we have face oils and oil cleansers. We have sheet masks. All of our products are created to target hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, dark spots, and acne scarring, some of the common skin issues that women of color experience. We also recently launched with our wellness collection. So we have powder blends. So these are broad spectrum CBD powder blends powered by functional mushrooms, adaptogens, and superfoods. So they help with sleep. They help with inner beauty, glowing skin, strong hair and nails, focus, and clarity, while also helping relieve stress and anxiety. In addition to holding space for Black women in this industry, Infused Beauty also is very committed to giving back. So we partner with the Genesis Center, which is a nonprofit organization based out of Los Angeles that help women that has been victims of domestic violence in their families. So we donate a portion of our annual sales to their mission. That stemmed from a personal experience of me losing my sister in 2018 from domestic violence. So it's very important while we're building this brand that we give back and we remember why we started this. I'm the co-founder. My cousin Britton is also the co-founder. So we're just really excited to have this partnership with Etain, and I'm so excited for the partnership. Thank you so much. And I am going to give it to Kristina.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kristina Lopez Adduci. I am the founder and CEO of House of Puff. We are a Latina-led and women-owned lifestyle company based in New York City, and we help people imbibe unapologetically by normalizing cannabis consumption through our inspired products and through our omni-channel network, which just surpassed a digital reach of 3.4 million. I like to say we're focusing on bringing things out of the head shop and into high society. And our goal has really always been to bridge the worlds of cannabis, contemporary art, fashion, and home entertaining. My last business was an art platform magazine, so I really deeply understand that the role art plays in advancing cultural and social movements. I built House of Puff to be the vehicle for future of cannabis and to evolve and elevate the conversation about everything from consumption rituals to criminal justice reform. I'm a Latina mom of twin girls who consumes cannabis, and I wanted to do it like a stylish adult, like I do everything else. And so I created House of Puff to destigmatize and demystify cannabis for others. And being so steeped in contemporary art, I've really refined my eye, and it made me want to have everything around me have more meaning. So art and artists are inseparable from House of Puff's DNA. And what we do is we hire artists for our initial designs and small batch production, and then we license their images. One of these is Paula Flores. I actually interviewed her for my magazine a few years ago. I've admired her work for several years. And this is actually in an art collection right now. It's called Grass Level, oddly enough. If you don't like to roll or don't know how to, they also make really good oil blotters as well. My mom always keeps some in her purse. You can find them at Etain. We're really grateful for the partnership that we have with Etain. We've been long admirers of what they've been doing in the space for a while. You can also find our herbals. Again, 2 birds, 1 seed. You can use it for salt and pepper. You can use it for your flour. These are made by an artist in Brooklyn. And then lastly, coming soon to Etain, we'll be the first to carry our More collaboration. It's a heat, not burn technology. These are little flower sticks. You can put ground CBD in them. You can put THC whole flower that you'll be able to get from Etain. And we're just really excited. And thank you for having me. And I'm going to pass it on to Miss Kym B.
I always got to start with a puff, guys. Hey, guys, what's up? It's Kym B. I am lucky enough to be the co-founder and CMO of Tokes, a woman-based CBD and Delta-8 brand out of NYC. And thank you so much to Women Grow and Etain. Women Grow has been an integral part of the Tokes growth. Deja, my business partner, and I, funny enough, met at a Women Grow meeting with Tanya as our leader. And it feels really, really good to be part of such a strong women network here in New York and surrounding. So thank you again, Women Grow. And I love being part of Etain. Part of the similarities of Etain and Tokes is that we are 100% woman owned and we are a woman operated. And of course, you can find our CBD gummy bears right in Etain. We are so thrilled to be there and have shelf space within. When we started Tokes back in 2017, I can't believe we've been doing this for 5 years. We thought, how can we give back to women? How can we make our mothers proud? And how can we make some money? And we knew right away that CBD and now Delta-8 was, the way to go. We have, of course, our Delta-8 and CBD gummy bears, which have no trash in it. That's right. No artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. F that stuff. We don't do that, and we would never give that to our mothers. Of course, we love our vapes. Our Saber vape, of course, is our bestseller. Low temperature vaping, everybody. That is what is healthy and true. Being part of the cannabis industry as a woman has always been a challenge, but when you have so many amazing women alongside you, all of the women preceding me on this live, I really can't tell you. It feels so good to know that the women are out there smoking weed, getting high, providing meds. It's an honor and a privilege. Thank you so much to be a woman owned and operated brand alongside of all the amazing women here in New York City. Happy holidays. And make sure you check us out online at tribetokes.com. Before Christmas, we're doing a little free overnight my weed. So check us out. We're trying to get packages out quick and overnight. God willing.
Listen, you are the best of the best. You are the best of the best. Thank you so much for sharing all your businesses. I know you're inspiring a lot of women out here. So let's jump right into it. Let's just start this conversation. Basically, what I want to know is, listen, we all know that you are inspiring women every day, but what led you to start your business? I mean, the cannabis industry is relatively new. And you could have chosen any industry. Why did you choose cannabis? I'll start with Kristina.
Oh, um, three things. The lack of products for women out there. The lack of relatable educational content. You know, I don't know about you ladies, but I don't want to watch a 19-year-old teach me how to roll a joint in their mom's basement. I'd rather watch somebody who I can relate to. And so during the pandemic, we dove heavy into video content, which has been a great ROI for us. And then the third thing is, you know, the stigma, right? I'm a Latina, I'm a mom, and I use cannabis, and I'm very good at, you know, being an entrepreneur, being a mom, and it's okay. And I want to destigmatize and demystify it for other women. And so I saw a lane that nobody was really swimming in, especially from the art angle. And, you know, it was really hard to sell my art magazine, but I had to give up one. And I thought the cannabis industry had legs. And this was 3 years ago, and I was right. And now, you know, I'm surrounded by women like you all, and it's, you know, it's really exciting.
You said something really cool, that that you wanted to consume like a stylish adult.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, because I'm a grown-ass woman. Why am I, you know?
I'm not smoking out of a phallic bong. That's just not for me. I have, you know, I have a Prada handbag and an art collection. I want to do it like a stylish woman. I am owning the fact that I like nice things, and I feel like weed accessories should be nice as well. Why shouldn't they be?
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Briggitta, why did you start your industry? I mean, you could have done skincare in any other lane. Why did you choose CBD?
I was very passionate about the power of the plant, and I knew the amazing benefits that came with it. So me coming into this industry, the CBD industry is extremely challenging. We all know that. We're not able to market. We're not able to use the traditional channels to, you know, get our brand out there. And I know if I would have went with a traditional skincare brand, my brand would be way bigger than it is now. But I am so passionate about the plant, and I'm so committed to letting people that look like me experience this plant, that it was no other way. I started my brand, and I wanted to every how we market, how we put on social media, you would see Black women. I want Black women to see that they can use this. We still have that stigma. When I started last year in 2020, it was a lot of educating. No, I don't want to use CBD skincare because I might get high. So, but we have to educate. So it's really important that Black women see that they can use this plant, and it's amazing for our skin. It's amazing for everyone's skin. But I wanted to include us in marketing. So that was very important.
I love that. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you. Listen, Kym is literally one of the first dozen people I met when I walked into Women Grow. Like, so the fact that A, we're still here, right? And B, we're still thriving, and we've only just begun. I know your story because I know you, but can you please share, like, why did you enter this space?
Well, I love to consume cannabis. That is my favorite thing. I have dropped out of school at 15 years old in 1994 to sell nickel bags and clean motel rooms. And so this is kind of like in my DNA. Deja and I, when we met, we knew there was a lot of trash out there. And our number one thing was, how can we elevate the quality of products that are out there? And so our main goal was always to have quality and consistency. And that is basically what Tribe Tokes was built on. We both love the plant and honor it. And like I said before, we wanted to have products that our moms would be proud of. And, you know, my mom, you know, passed away in 1994, and Deja's mom just, you know, beat cancer. So it really comes down to a point where we're really here to push out the highest quality to our Canna sisters and beyond. And we knew our path was in quality, and pushing it out to the masses. And now we have, of course, our Tribe Tokes line, which is our vaping line. We have Tribe Revive, which is our wellness line and our gummy line. And then, of course, Tribe Beauty, which is our CBD infused beauty, 100% all plant-based. There is no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives in any of our products.
I love it. And Fel, I will tell you a funny story. I became aware of your product through a woman. I can't think of her name, but her brand is called Suweed.
Yes, Monica
Lowe. Yes. So I'm always been a fan of cooking, and I love a sous vide. And then I ended up finding her by accident, and she kind of led me to you. So I'm really glad that you're here. It's like a backwards way of meeting you. I've been geeking out on your products before you were even here in New York. So I'm super proud and happy to have you here. I'm geeking out. You see, I'm like fangirling a little bit. I'm like, oh my God. So please share your story. What brought you to cannabis? I know you shared that your products are grown or harvested from your parents' backyard.
Correct. Yeah. So in California, I live in the Bay Area, in the East Bay. That's where I'm born and raised. And so that's, to this day, is where all of the honey is harvested from. We grew from, you know, just one little hive to now over 20, at least, stationary hives. And then those expand up and down depending. And so, it's been a really good season. And from there, we expanded into other foods. But honey was really where we started. And it kind of keeps coming back to the honey. When we launched our Dream Honey during the pandemic in 2020, it quickly became our best-selling product. And, you know, I think we all understand why. It's because health really starts with your sleep, and everybody was having a lot of issues with, you know, how we can just try and survive through this time. And I think what, you know, we similarly work with and collaborate with and resonate with a lot of what a lot of these women have said is quality is first, you know, talking to a demographic that makes sense and looks like us, and creating products that are, you know, unique. So that's why Potli was born, was that we saw the industry and we honor that it came from, you know, especially the edibles category, coming from candies and things like that. These are all traditional recipes, and it came from that. We honor that. And we're just creating something that, you know, we understand and know, which is, you know, this honey that is just sourced from my parents' backyard. So we started with honey. We expanded it into all sorts of different food ingredients that can be suited to your pantry. And then we started creating some snacks like shrimp chips, and we'll be creating more things that are ready to eat, ready to serve, honoring the childhood that I grew up in, which is growing up in California, very diverse cultural experiences. But yes, creating these products have just been a joy, because it's all about surprising and delighting people that would have never tried cannabis in the first place. Yes, it's also for people that love cannabis and enjoy it. You know, I wouldn't call myself an edibles consumer on the daily, but I do use our honey every day, right? And so it's very much thinking about, you know, who are we really helping? And I'm so grateful, especially this holiday season, to be seeing, you know, the feedback, the customers coming back and saying, my great uncle would have never tried cannabis, but because it was in this format, he was able to sleep for the first time in a whole week. Right. These stories are really, really important to us. And it's the reason why we put our best foot forward every single day, even though this industry, as we all know, I think all of our tired faces can tell the audience how hard and gruesome it is. But, we band together, and it's because we have this community. We have this group of badass women that support us and support each other through this time. And I'm very, very grateful. Very, very grateful.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. I am so excited of all your growth and I'm really just happy that you're here. I mean, we have in the last few segments that we've done, spotlighted over 20 women-led brands, and to get rid of that old boys club mentality. You can't have it when you have dozens of women that are out here killing it, So I wanted to talk to Jess as our, partner in this event. I know that becoming the only women-led dispensary in New York State is no easy feat. And a lot of people are probably like, why would I do all of that? You know what I mean? But I know Hillary, I know Amy, I know why, but I'd love for you to share what brought them to the cannabis industry.
Yeah. And I think, kind of same as everyone too. They are all about having the most forms of medication for our patients, the purest forms of everything for our patients. It really always goes back to that quality for them, for sure. And they were one of the first 5 licenses in New York in 2015 as part of the Compassionate Care Act. Their Amy's grandmother, our founder, had ALS, and they, were really pumping her up with all kinds of medications, and they were just not happy seeing that this was the way she was kind of having to end her life. So they started researching medical marijuana, and when Amy puts her mind to something, it's going to happen. And she had her daughters were both in college at the time, and she called them up and said, "We're doing this, get back here." And they both finished school and applied for the license. They were making the copies of things, bringing them to Albany themselves. And they were, despite a lot of challenges and a lot of naysayers, they fought through and they got one of those first 5 licenses in 2015. And they've just been, really trying to spread the word and get more people in the program and just really, push the values of what the brand is across, New York State. And then very exciting that they just got their license also for New Jersey. Was that like a month or so ago? So I had
imagine that you're going to be
I had the extreme honor of being with them when they found out, and it was pretty special and amazing. And they're looking to do the same thing in New Jersey. And we're really happy to see the way that New Jersey's rolling things out. And we're going to have a medical dispensary there and be vertically integrated. So we'll have a grow as well. And, we'll just be bringing not only the type of products that we have, but really the values that we have and, bringing women in the community, and really excited to kind of, do the same thing there and bring it to Jersey, just like they have in New York. But it's really amazing for me to see all of you guys in one place because, you're these cute products on the shelves that I was so excited about. So to get everybody in one room is really amazing. And we're all so thrilled. And I really appreciate everybody taking the time to do this. It's pretty amazing.
So there's one person who couldn't be here, Jasmine from Buy Weed for Women. I want to just show the little segment to give her flowers because she has set a movement.
Yeah.
To the degree, I'll tell you a story when I get back. Hold on.
Okay. So one of our favorite brands that we carry here is Buy Weed from Women. It is a bit of our mantra here because Etain is the only place in New York who can buy weed from women, being that we're the only women-owned medical marijuana brand in New York. And the Buy Weed from Women brand is the brainchild of Jasmine Nance, who is an amazing poet and friend of the brand, and we're really proud to carry her full line here. So we have the jacket here, we have the sweatshirt that I would call my uniform, we have tote bags in black, and tote bags in a canvas. And we're going to be also carrying some new items that she has coming out in the new year. And again, it's one of our favorite brands to carry. It's kind of a bit of a mantra here, and we are really proud that we get to support her brand and encourage everyone to buy weed from women.
Love that. Let me tell you something. That bag is dangerous, because I was in the supermarket rocking my bag. Why did a woman follow me to the parking lot? Like, she's like, I'm like, you can't buy weed from me. I don't know what you were thinking, but I love it. I love what it says. I love Jasmine as a poet. I mean, I think it's amazing. So that's so awesome that you carry her brand.
Oh yeah, she's the best. We did our Good Weed, Good Women box with her, which was super fun, and looking to do another project like that with her next year. And just really, you know, that again, it's very serendipitous the way these things all, you know, kind of happen. Hillary is friends with her, you know, in real life, and just kind of they were doing this, she was doing the buy weed from women, and there we are, came together.
Magic happened.
Yeah. And we love to wear it. It is literally all that I wear. And it's on our site, and it's also on buyweedfromwomen.com.
Love it. So I know if it's great to start a cannabis business with your mother, then your pushback is kind of at a minimum, I'm imagining, you know. But for the other ladies on the panel, was there any pushback? Like I said, you could have started any business. You started to build a cannabis brand. I know when I entered the industry, my family was like, have you lost your mind? Like, it was pretty much like, have you gone crazy? But now I wouldn't do anything else. And they just expect that I'm going to have a conversation about educating people about something. Was there any pushback from your community, your friends, your family, when you're starting your business? I'll start with Kym.
So I don't have a lot of family. My mom died in '94, and my dad was a widower of 5 small children, me being the oldest. And I really don't have a lot of family. My brothers and sisters have known my consumption since a very young age. So they're nothing but thrilled. And I'm so thankful that all 4 of them support me wholeheartedly. I come from a fitness background. I'm a 25-year Pilates teacher veteran. I'm a Pilates instructor. I worked for all different brands such as Lululemon, Nike, and Equinox. I definitely got some pushback from, you know, some fitness people. Some people feel like holistic plant-based medicine is actually drugs. And I'm here to break that stigma. I'm here to show you that you can be happy and healthy and high, and they all go together. So for all the people that thought that cannabis and a healthy lifestyle did not go together, I'm here to prove them wrong. So luckily for me, family good, fitness community, I would say about 60% supported. I probably lost about 20% of my fitness friends. But in the end, I've gained a sisterhood with all of you, including you, Tanya. You know, so for me, I feel very, very supported. There is a lot of stigma that we still have to burn, as Pussy Weed says. You know, we have to burn the stigma. But I'm happy to be a voice in the community, say that, again, we can be happy, healthy, and high all at the same time.
Thank you. Kristina, how about you?
Opposite, actually. So I grew up in a very strict Puerto Rican household. So drugs, sex, and rock and roll were absolutely not spoken about. My mom, however, is a physician. And so when I went to her, I didn't start consuming until later in life, maybe 27, 28 years old. And I said, listen, I'm going through some anxiety issues. I've been hearing about cannabis. What do you think? What's the science? And so it was a journey we sort of took together, and it opened up her eyes. Like, my grandfather was a Pentecostal pastor. So I don't know what he would say now, God rest his soul, but it was a little bit of a shock to everybody just from, the community I grew up in, very isolated from all of that. And sort of, I think they thought they wanted to protect me, but as I showed them the science and showed them the medical benefits, everybody sort of, got on board rather quickly. So I'm happy that I have my family's support.
That's fantastic. And how about you, Fel?
Yeah, this is the best story. So, of course, my parents are super conservative, Asian immigrant. The weed is the devil's lettuce and the entryway to heroin and all these things, and opium and all these things that are going to bring war and whatnot. And so when I shared cannabis with my mom for the first time, of course, like, it was created for her, but in a way, because like Asians are so proud, there was no way I can be like, Mom, there's weed in here. This is good for you. You should try this. I just had her try it. And I guess, and I was like, after she tried it, I had it, it was the honey. I had it put in her tea. And I was like, Mom, there's weed in there, right? And she's like, yeah, I know, I can read the label. And I was like, okay. So she knew, it was just this like weird pride thing. And as, the company has grown, she's certainly in here on days where like these, where we're packing out orders and we got, incredible orders coming in for holiday. She's here screwing on caps for Sriracha, packing out orders and helping us get our, it's every jar is filled with so much love because, we are just working around the clock to service our customers. And the family is a part of that and supportive. And the main thing that my mom wanted to make sure was, she asked me a question which was so serious. She's like, Felicity, I just want to make sure that you're helping people and not hurting people. And I was like, Mom, that's the whole point. Like, this is all about helping people feel better. And that is what like really clicked for her. Like, it just, I think there is just so much stigma. Like, it's not normalized. Like, weed is bad. It just is correlated with it being bad. And it's not correlated with it actually helping. And plant-based medicine is just like homeopathic medicine in general is just part of our culture. It's, what I've grown up with. I've never taken pharmaceuticals growing up. I've always taken, this like herbal medicine and that is totally something that they can understand. And so creating that relation and then explaining, like equilibrium and this is what it helps with and the endocannabinoid system. It took a long time. There's always a language barrier and there's not always a like direct translation of these words into the language that you speak. But if you are patient and you work with them to work with you, and it's certainly like a learning experience. And so I'm very grateful that I had my mom be very patient with me about 5 years ago when I wanted to start on this journey.
I love that. I also can understand because I'm Jamaican. And as a kid, my grandmother was just like, go get this root and boil it and make a tea.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So like plant medicine came really easy to me. But I also wanted to, but when I went into the industry, like literally before I went into the industry, I was a consumer and the consumption alone was like, oh, you're smoking weed. You're going to be on crack tomorrow on the side of the road. And I'm like, okay. So I'm curious from Briggitta, how was your family when you told them that you wanted to enter this space?
It was very supported. I come from a family of entrepreneurs. I'm from the inner city of Chicago. My grandfather owned a string of nightclubs when I was growing up. My mom and my aunts, they were also part owners. I came to Howard University, DC to go to Howard University where I'm living now. I met my fiance now, which is also the father of all of my children. And he got me into this industry. He started a cannabis lifestyle brand a couple years ago. So this brand right here is a family brand. All of us being here packing up orders. The children, they be putting labels on the boxes, helping me take them to the post office. Everyone is extremely supportive of what we're doing.
I love that.
We're building generational wealth. You know, we're creating a legacy. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now you all have presence in the Etain store, the flagship store, correct? Are there in any other stores or just flagship right now?
Just flagship right now, but we're making some shelf space in some of the other stores because we want they're all really jealous. Now I feel bad that it needs to go everywhere. So we're going to bring it everywhere starting next year. So
We love
really,
to hear it.
yeah, especially because it's been so, it's been really popular again with people that were coming in that don't have their cards and, wanting to know about things they can get, and then it turns them into getting their cards. So, we want to have this accessible and again, be able to support all of these brands and bring them to our other locations are in Syracuse, in Yonkers, and in Kingston/Woodstock.
No, it's so important because in New York City, which like where we're from, New York City has the impression that we are New York State. And with Women Grow, I've had the opportunity to travel upstate to do like upstate tours for Women Grow. And there are really fantastic cannabis communities outside of New York City.
Absolutely.
I know it's shocking, but upstate definitely needs some love for sure.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's all in the plan. So, and we opened our flagship last year with all of our new branding and everything. So we're in the process now of rolling those out to all the other dispensaries. So we just finished the Kingston store, which looks amazing. And next up will be the Syracuse store, where we'll have even more space to be able to put all of these brands, which is really exciting.
It's really exciting. So I'm curious from the brands, from Kristina, Kym, Briggitta, Fel, what was this experience like for you being on the Etain shelves? How does that affected your brand? Let's start with Fel, or I'll start with Fel and I'll work my way around.
I mean, it's just incredible to have shelf space, we're in the cannabis side, we're in the hemp side, like shelf space is expensive and it's discovery. It's just a way for people to find out about who you are and get to know you. And then, it's all up to the bud tenders too, right? And we know that in California, like your brand does not sell, will not move unless, the bud tenders are educated and can, work with you to help you the consumer find what they need. And so we're just so grateful to be able to have that opportunity. It's huge for us.
And how about Briggitta? I saw you raise your hand.
It is incredible. Like, honestly, we're a baby brand. We just launched last year, Juneteenth. So we're very new. Just to be amongst all of these amazing brands, it's like a dream come true. Like, I couldn't have even imagined this happening for the brand at this moment. It's amazing. I love everything about Etain. It's so beautiful. You just walk in the space and it's like you feel like you're at a spa. And for my products to be on the shelves of that location it's a dream come true. Like, yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh, how about you, Kristina?
It is a dream come true. Etain actually puts their money where their mouth is, and they support other women and they support women of color. And being an accessories brand, like Fel said, it's hard. If you're at the dispensary, you're not selling, then people they're not asking you to come back. And so part of it is education, which Etain really believes in. And actually, when for our partnership, we actually created QR codes on the back of instructions because we're dealing with a lot of consumers who are just coming online to cannabis, right? Like, this isn't the legacy market. This is East Coast. So women are starting to figure out, oh, okay, well, how do I use a chillum or a one hitter, or how do I pack all of these different things? And so Etain always puts education first. And so that's what makes them one of the best partners.
So, and then did I get everybody? No, Kym, share how has the Etain relationship affected your brand?
Well, it's always an honor and a privilege to be amongst your peers. And so having shelf space amongst all of you fine women is such an honor and a privilege for Deja and I and Tribe Tokes. As you know, Deja and I go ahead and we're going for a manufacturing license for the adult use market here in New York. The Conscious Cannabis Project is what we'll be housed under. It feels really good to be in Etain because this is where we have to be. This is where we're going as a company into the THC market. And so thank you so much, Jess and Etain, for giving us a great entryway to what is to come here over the next 18 months in New York.
Absolutely. So, Jess, my question to you is are you going to continue having additional brands on your shelves? Like, what is that going to look like for Etain going forward?
Yeah. So the goal is to, start having this as a bit of a rotation, especially as we start to bring in the other stores. And then into next year, we might have something brewing with Women Grow, where we're going to give people opportunities to kind of pitch their brands to us, to possibly be in the stores. And again, just really give women that opportunity. Especially we really love supporting also the local brands. So someone in Syracuse that's doing something, someone in Yonkers that's doing something, so we can really give those people in those places opportunity to be in our local dispensaries that are there too. So lots more to come. We look at this as hopefully the first of many of these. This is like the first class, if you will.
I love it.
The class of 2021. So, but it's really exciting for us, and we're excited that once we can all kind of get together in a room, that we can be doing things and kind of talking about the brands like that. So, lots more to come for sure.
And actually, you not only have CBD brands, but you have some really cool from Kristina's brand, some accessories, but you also have some non-cannabis or non-CBD related stuff. I want to just share that so people can see what else you've got in the store.
Yeah. So we have, I'm not holding it right now because I would have
we have a little video for everybody.
I'll go grab that as well. But
okay, cool.
Yeah, but we have our THC products that are for medical marijuana patients. We have the most dosing methods in New York because we have a complete age range of every age, 21 and up, that is using our products for anything, that qualifies them as a medical patient, especially chronic pain being a huge issue for most of our patients. I use our products for that. And I've had chronic knee pain, and what our high CBD has done for me has been a complete game changer. And we have a water soluble powder that's amazing that you can mix in baking things, drinks. Keely, who's our chief horticultural officer, but also does our Instagram photography and also does all of our recipes. She's the sister and one of the owners of the brand. So very much in the family. And then we have an amazing vape pen, our motif pen, that just is coming out in black charcoal tomorrow, actually, and launching a lot of other accessories as well with that. So just, coming out with all of the most innovative products that we can, really listening to our customers for things like bringing in these brands. So many people were like, we just want gummies. And this was a way that we could bring them things that, might not be necessarily part of the medical program, but that we're able to kind of use in conjunction with the Etain products to really help with whatever their ailments are.
That powder is a game changer. I'm a caregiver here in New York State, and I know my patients do love that powder because you can manipulate it.
Yeah.
To really just delivery methods are important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we got to understand that's why Potli is so awesome as well. Because, you have some honey, you have some olive oil, you make a little salad dressing and whoop, whoop, so that's amazing. All right. But you also have books and other stuff too, as well. So I have a little clip for that I want to just share. All right. We'll be back in a second.
We're also really excited to have brought in some other things to complement our products, including books, coloring books, and some accessories from House of Puff. So first, we have this amazing book from our friends at Broccoli Magazine, A Weed is a Flower. So there's amazing photography in here of cannabis plants, and really just, shows that appreciation for the flower. And then we have puzzles from Piecework Puzzles, which is another women-owned brand from the West Coast. So our new thing is we are saying puff, puff, puzzle. So use products, take a moment, as we say, and do one of these puzzles by yourself, with your family, etc. during the holidays. We also have a book from Jasmine Mans, our friend of the brand, and of course the creator of the amazing Buy Weed from Women, as well as this coloring book, the Stoner Babes coloring book, just what it says, but not just for stoner babes, for anybody that wants to kind of chill, do some coloring. Who doesn't love adult coloring books? And then we also have some other books as well, including a cannabis drinks book from Jamie Evans, the Herb Song, which we're really excited about, and the High on Design book, which is another beautiful book all about cannabis culture that we are retailing here. And then we have some items from House of Puff, and you're going to hear directly from Kristina shortly.
I love a book.
I'm very behind the scenes, and you guys have really taken me way out of that comfort zone. And here we are. I'm like, it's a lot of me.
It's a lot of you, but it's good. We need a lot of you.
I'm like, Hillary had a baby, and here I am on the videos talking about puzzles.
Our roles as cannabis leaders is an evolving role.
No, it's good. No, I'm obsessed with coloring books, so that was a real that was for me and for the customers. But I feel like that was like a big quarantine thing for me that kept me sane.
Same here.
So I'm like, let's get some of these in. And there's so many, what a rabbit hole to go down when you look up like women weed coloring books. Who knew?
I love, and honestly, because now you're not just offering the patient a product, you're offering non-patients an access to the plan, and you're creating an experience, that it's not just about, consuming just to consume. You're consuming with the intention of mental health, self-care, or just to chill. Like, honestly, we're going to have to chill. Like, I mean, especially with what's going on in the world, we have to take that moment to really just relax. So,
and the education part too, sorry to interrupt, like you were saying, we brought in a book called Cannabis for Seniors. I had to order like so many more copies. It's been the biggest seller because people are buying it not only for themselves, but for their family members, just to explain, it really kind of just breaks down a lot of the stigmas, but also explains, what the plant can do for different ailments. And it's been so interesting to see how well that's done. I just had to order a ton more and send them to all the dispensaries because it was such a popular hit.
Well, people want to know how to have conversations with folks that they don't necessarily, especially if you're a consumer and you're suggesting that someone else consumes. Sometimes that's not a great conversation because they're looking at you in the eyes of their daughter or their whatever. And what do you know? So it's great to present it. That's why I love Dr. Chen. I always point to her. Yeah, I'm like, this is what she says. You should. She's a doctor. The conversation changes.
Yeah,
so that's why that's amazing. I love that. And I heard, and correct me, but is not the largest population of medical patients seniors?
It's a really big percentage of it for sure, and a lot of who is, continuing to renew their cards and be part of the program, and especially in the non-New York City locations as well. So that's also why we have delivery, because, some people don't feel comfortable leaving their house. They can't leave their house. So we've really made it a point to expand delivery in those areas just to be able to get the plant medicine really accessible to people and make sure that they're, comfortable. Some people don't want to go into stores right now. So just giving that accessibility has been, really key for us and something we've ramped up a lot this year and will continue to do next year too.
And knowing that they can elect a caregiver like myself to do that work for them. So that's exciting. So, okay. So I don't want to take too much time because I know you're all running businesses. So I want you to end for me with two things. What words of wisdom would you give to that woman who might be sitting on the sidelines and maybe is afraid or worried about what people will think about her starting her cannabis business? So what would you tell her? And then secondly, I just want to nail down where people can find you. Like your handles, I don't know if you want to share your emails, but your websites, where people can find you. So I'm going to start with Kristina. Again, what would you tell someone and how people can find you?
I would two things. I would tell them to sign up for Women Grow, right? Because community is important. And beyond networking, right, we have to connect with each other, right? Because there's a big difference. And my second, just do it. Find a gap in the market, and there are plenty of gaps. And surround yourself with people who are in the space. Email me, hello@House of Puff. Follow me on Instagram @the House of Puff. Visit our website. Go on our YouTube. Start learning. And yeah, always here to help.
Thank you so much. How about Briggitta?
So the advice I would give is to keep going. Like, that's the biggest thing. Your journey was going to get tough, but you have to keep going. And remember your why you started, why you're doing this. When stuff is getting hard, you have to remember your why, and that's going to keep you going. You will find us at Infused Beauty, and for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and our website is infusedbeauty.com.
Awesome. Kym, how about you?
So I would say I believe in you. And I would tell all of the women out there to jump in the mirror and say that over and over and over. I believe in you, and look at yourself dead in the eyes. Because I come from very humble beginnings, a single dad with 5 kids, and I really didn't have a lot of the opportunities that a lot of the other girls in in my network had. And so believing in yourself is 100% the hardest thing to do, but once you nail it, man, you are ready to take on the world. And you can find us in 120 retailers across the United States. Thank you to Women Grow, because that's where we got our beginning, starting with you, Tanya, giving us Tanya used to give us great deals on doing little tables at Women Grow, and literally that's where we got our start. You can find us now at tribetokes.com. In Etain, of course. Thank you, Etain, for making cannabis and Tribe Tokes really accessible. And you can also find us on Instagram at Tribe Tokes, Tribe Brands, and of course me. Hi, it's Kym B.
Thank you. And Fel, how about you?
Wow, it's difficult to come after these ladies, but I just gotta tell them to go get them, because they already have everything that it takes to make it happen. And if they believe and follow the advice of all the women before them, they're gonna go get them. So you can find us at potlishop.com. That is our nationwide shipping site. We also do ship internationally. So yes, we're not marginalizing anybody that is trying to feel better through food. We are also on Instagram at getpotli.com, and we have such a small team that honestly, if you write it, you have any comments, you have any feedback, you're probably writing to me or someone else, and we'll get right back to you. So very, very grateful again. Thank you so much for having us. Etain, yes, you can find us there if you are looking for our products. And thank you so much to Women Grow and Tanya for hosting this and keeping this conversation going. We are so happy to be a part of this.
Thank you. And last but not least, Jess, what would you share to the next generation of leaders, and definitely tell everyone where to find you?
Yeah, well, of course, I'm going to echo what everyone else said here. I think it's very much joining and being part of the community, and, sending a DM, reaching out. We get people, reaching out all the time that just want to come by the store, see it, have a conversation, that have a small brand. Same if you DM us, it's going to be me behind there because we're also a small team. So, it's really just about that connecting. I think especially I come from a fashion background, and it was definitely not as much of a community as this world is. And I'm really thankful for all of these ladies and all of the support that they give to Etain and to our owners. And huge shout to Women Grow, to Tanya and Gia for always supporting them since the beginning. And you can find us at Etain Health, etainhealth.com. And again, we have all of these amazing brands at our 58th Street location. You don't have to be a medical marijuana patient to purchase them. So come, say hi, hang out, take a moment, and come see us.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm always saying I'm excited. Like, I'm always excited, which is a good thing,
I
right?
am too. It's okay. I realize seeing those videos how much I'm excited and things are amazing. But those are two good things. So
Right. You can't go wrong with that. I want to thank everyone. I know that Etain, you should stay tuned because Etain and Women Grow are going to work some magic in the new year. So we're excited for that partnership. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. Jess, do you want to wrap up with anything?
No, again, I just want to thank all these amazing women and their brands for being a part of, the Etain family. And we're really excited to keep these conversations going. And huge thanks to Women Grow for everything you do for the community.
Thank you. So please don't forget, you shop small, shop women owned. We've got House of Puff. We've got Tribe Tokes, we've got Infused Beauty, and we've got Potli. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Jess. This has been fantastic. And I can't wait to actually go into the store. We're going to get there. We're going to do some cool stuff. I look forward to that. Everyone have a fantastic holiday season, and we will see you soon. Have a great night.
Thanks.
Bye.